Yes, sir.
Are you working here or anything?
Am I
Is it
working?
private property?
Oh, it's not a private property. I would suggest you educate yourself.
You know everything is not in this.
I might too.
This is trespassing.
Oh, it's not trespassing. What's your name and your badge number?
This is the officer said 7145, okay?
Thank you.
Let me call a supervisor for you, okay?
Okay, sounds
So we
good.
can take it from there.
Before we go any further, let's slow this down for just a second, because what you're about to see is a perfect example of how confidence can be far more dangerous than ignorance. This isn't a crime scene. This isn't an emergency. This is a citizen standing on public property, calmly recording public employees doing their jobs, something the courts have repeatedly ruled is protected activity. And yet, from the very first interaction, you'll notice something unsettling: officers who are absolutely convinced they're right, while being completely wrong. This case isn't just about filming. It's about power, authority, and what happens when law enforcement mistakes inconvenience for illegality. Pay close attention to the language being used. Phrases like private property, trespassing, and you need to leave get thrown around confidently, but without explanation or legal backing. That's not accidental. It's intimidation disguised as procedure. As this unfolds, you're going to see multiple officers double down instead of verifying the law. You'll see threats of arrest made casually. And eventually, you'll see the moment where reality catches up, when a supervisor steps in and suddenly the narrative changes. The big question is, how many people would have been arrested here if they didn't know their rights? Keep that in mind as we move forward.
He says this is a private parking lot, and that's coming from a police officer. How ignorant is that?
What's up, bud?
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
Good.
May I have your name?
Sergeant Masters, right here on my...
What's your badge number?
It's right here on my shirt.
I can't. Can you? 2435.
You got it.
Thank you.
So what do we need today?
Nothing much. Just gathering content for a story. That's
For a
all.
story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have any ill intent or.
Well, I'm
You know,
sure. I
yeah.
understand that.
I mean, he thinks this is a private property.
This is private property.
How
He's
is
correct.
it private property?
Because this is a police station. This is a private lot.
How is it a private lot? The police station is a public entity.
Public building, but yes,
Yeah.
there's certain areas where you can and cannot go. You understand? It's a
Well-
private lot. So like, if the officer tells you that you're not supposed to be here, if you don't have any police business, you don't have any business here, then yes, you technically will be trespassing.
That's not how it works. This is a public space.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Every member of the public has a right to be here to observe what you do,
Yes.
what you do
Yes, you're correct.
during the course of your duties.
Yes.
All right, so you cannot
But
trespass me.
this is a private lot. You understand?
How is it?
I'm notifying you right now.
You keep saying it's a
This-
private lot.
This is private. Yes. it's
How can it be
private.
private? It's a police department.
Right.
Okay.
There
so
is there
It's a police station.
Sir?
The only public access is in front of the building.
there's nothing private about this
Let me
space.
explain it to
That's
you,
why
Okay.
the doors on the
Go
building.
ahead.
All right? So if you decide not to leave,
Okay.
and we arrest you for the trespassing, then you can explain to the judge that this is a private lot and public lot. You can have that argument with the judge, okay? But
So-
not with us.
So you're telling me that if
I'm telling you now,
if I don't leave this space, you will arrest me for trespassing? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay,
Is that okay for you?
that's what you just said.
You understand?
I am
That's
telling you,
something that you understand? Yes.
this is not a private space. This is a public. This is not the first. This is not the first. Do you have a
So you
supervisor?
understand you're being recorded as
Yes. Do you have a supervisor?
I am the supervisor.
Is anyone
wanna
above
speak to
you?
My supervisor?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
He's gonna go get him.
Is that him behind you?
No, not somebody
Okay.
else.
Yeah. Can you get your supervisor, because you're completely wrong.
Am I?
You're completely wrong. This is a public space.
How do you understand this?
Because first of all, you cannot trespass anyone from a public space unless they've broken the law. I haven't
Okay.
broken the law. All I'm doing is simply observing public employees during the
Right.
course of their duties. The courts have established that we can do that.
Okay.
All right.
So if you know the law, right? You understand the law?
I
You
understand
understand
some basic rights.
trespassing,
Yes.
right? You understand trespassing?
Okay.
You You understand that, right?
I understand trespassing,
Okay.
but what you
So
fail
I'm giving
to.
you another warning. Okay?
But what you
another warning I'm issuing you right now is that you can't be on this lot.
But what you.
Otherwise, we're gonna lock you up for trespassing.
Okay, well, I'm going to
You're
speak
gonna
with
be
your supervisor. I'm going to speak with your supervisor.
Apparently, he wants to talk to you because you're
May I speak with you?
in the uniform.
Are you his supervisor?
Who?
Is he your supervisor?
Which one? Which one are you?
I'm the one in the plain clothes. Yeah. Who is your supervisor?
He's in the building.
Okay,
Well, anyway.
I'll wait for him. I'll wait for him. Because you're completely wrong, sir. With all due respect, you're completely wrong. This is not the first police station I've been to.
I understand that.
All right?
Yeah.
That
What
I-
happened the last time?
I wasn't trespassed.
What happened
Actually,
the last
actually,
time you were
the commander came and told the police officer.
This right here is where the foundation of the entire confrontation is laid, and it's built on sand. The officer confidently states that this is a private parking lot, despite standing outside a publicly funded police department. And that confidence matters, because most people hearing that would immediately assume the officer knows what he's talking about. But confidence does not equal correctness. A police station is generally considered a public forum, especially areas open to the public like parking lots, sidewalks, and entryways, unless clearly marked otherwise or restricted by law. Simply calling
Officers that I had the right to be there.
Okay.
Because this is a public space.
Where was this at?
This was the one on Pulaski. I don't know what district, whatever. The one on Pulaski by before Lawrence. Yeah.
This one, I'm giving you some time.
And I've also been to the one on
I'm not rushing into
on Milwaukee Avenue.
I'm giving you
Same
some-
thing
I'm
happened.
giving you some time right
Okay.
now, okay.
All right. So maybe this will be an opportunity for you to get educated.
Educated.
Yes, that members of the public can be on public
So
property.
what is your main goal right now?
Because I
What
just
is your
told you
goal?
I am documenting matters of public interest.
Why?
Right.
For what?
I publish it on my channel. I have a channel where I publish stories. So I get a content for a story and I publish it on my
Okay.
channel. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
So does that
It makes no sense to me. No, it doesn't. But
Okay.
I mean, I guess if someone wants to watch this, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. It's boring to me.
Well,
I find it very boring.
there's a lot of people that watch it. There's a lot of people that
Now we've reached the escalation phase, and this is where things turn from misunderstanding to potential rights violation. The sergeant doesn't just repeat the incorrect claim, he weaponizes it. He explicitly threatens arrest for trespassing, even while acknowledging that the individual hasn't committed any crime. That's a critical contradiction. Trespassing requires lawful authority to exclude someone from property. You can't retroactively declare a public space private simply because someone is recording. Yet listen to the logic being used: if you don't leave, we'll arrest you, and you can explain it to a judge. That's not how due process works. Arrest is not a teaching tool. It's not leverage. And it's certainly not supposed to be used to settle legal disagreements on the sidewalk. What's especially telling here is the refusal to engage with the legal argument being presented. Instead of verifying policy or consulting legal guidance, the response is pure authority, not with us. That phrase alone should concern anyone who believes policing is supposed to operate within the
Yes, during the course of our duty.
exactly. Are you at work right now?
Yes.
Are we paying you to be at work right now?
Are you a taxpayer?
I am a taxpayer, of course. Are you a taxpayer?
Yes.
You're paying taxes off of my taxes. So technically,
How
you're
am I paying taxes off of your tax?
because you get paid by tax dollars, don't you?
So how am I paying my taxes off of your tax?
Listen, for the most part,
Okay.
if you want to walk around and do all the filming, it's all good, okay?
I appreciate that.
If the boss man said okay, no worries.
I appreciate that. I'm glad you learned that today.
that. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
I like learning new stuff every day.
Me too. Me too. So you need to
pivotal, because it exposes a deeper systemic issue: the belief that rank replaces accountability. When the sergeant declares himself the supervisor, there's an implied finality, as if that alone settles the legal question. But rank doesn't change the Constitution. A supervisor can still be wrong. Notice how the citizen remains calm, articulate, and grounded in established case law, while the response remains emotional and defensive. Instead of addressing the substance of the argument, public access, First Amendment protections, and trespass law, the conversation keeps circling back to authority and control. That's not a legal debate, that's a power struggle, and here's the uncomfortable truth: many unlawful arrests don't happen because officers don't know the law, they happen because officers assume no one will challenge them. The
question is, how do you think you guys earned that amount of money in overtime in 1 year?
How? You know what? You can ask the mayor's office that
Right.
question, sir.
And then
That's
there's
not for me.
there are all
That's
these
way above me.
right, but there are all these cars here. So I'm wondering who's on the street. Who do you think is on the street when all these cars are parked here?
Police officer. police officers.
So I mean, what are these cars doing here, just sitting here?
That's for the other watches. Yeah.
So that means we don't need these cars, right?
No, we do need.
We don't need them because they're just sitting around.
This exchange reveals something deeper than a legal misunderstanding. It shows contempt. When an officer dismisses the act of recording as boring or pointless, it exposes a disconnect between public servants and the public they serve. Transparency isn't supposed to make sense to the person being observed, it's meant to reassure the people doing the observing. The First Amendment doesn't require an explanation. You don't need a reason that satisfies an officer's curiosity. The right exists whether they get it or not. And historically, recording government activity has led to accountability, policy changes, and in some cases, justice for victims who otherwise wouldn't have been believed. What's ironic is that this exact interaction proves why recording matters. Without a camera, this would be dismissed as a misunderstanding. With it, we see tone, body language, and shifting narratives. The footage becomes the evidence, not just of what happened. No trespass. No more threats. Suddenly, it's all good. This is one of the most important moments in the entire video, because it confirms everything that came before it. If this truly were private property, nothing would have changed. The law wouldn't suddenly bend because someone higher up spoke. This backpedal tells us two things. First, the original claim was wrong. And second, it took intervention, not reflection, to correct it. Notice there's no apology. No acknowledgement of the threat of arrest. Just a quiet retreat. That silence matters. For someone unaware of their rights, this interaction could have ended very differently. And that's the real takeaway here. Knowing the law doesn't make you difficult, it makes you protected. This outcome wasn't luck. It was preparation. This final exchange broadens the conversation beyond one incident and into systemic accountability. The question about overtime and parked vehicles isn't random, it's about priorities, transparency, and resource allocation. When nearly $300 million in overtime is mentioned, that's not an accusation, it's a public interest question. The deflection to the mayor's office is telling. While technically accurate, it avoids engaging with the public concern being raised. And that's often how uncomfortable truths are handled, passed along, redirected, or minimized. But public funds demand public scrutiny, especially when trust in institutions is already fragile. This moment underscores the tension between protect and serve as a slogan and as a practice. Accountability doesn't weaken institutions, it strengthens them. And conversations like this, uncomfortable as they may be, are part of a functioning democracy.